The more you need approval, the less people respect you. Psychologists call this approval-seeking behavior, and once you see it, you'll realize it's been quietly controlling your confidence, your relationships, and the way people treat you. This is why you overthink texts, why you explain yourself too much, why you feel drained after social interactions, and why, no matter how kind or helpful you are, some people still don't take you seriously. You're not doing anything wrong, you're just stuck in a psychological loop. Most people never notice. But here's where it gets worse. Psychology shows that people don't respond to your need for approval with kindness. They respond with control. The moment someone senses you need their validation, the social power quietly shifts away from you, not because they're bad people, but because the human brain automatically respects what feels self-sufficient and devalues what feels dependent. That sting you felt just now, good. It means this is landing where it needs to. And this explains something most people can't figure out for years. Your brain is wired for survival, not confidence. Thousands of years ago, approval meant safety, belonging meant protection, rejection meant danger. So your nervous system learned one rule: stay liked at all costs. That's why your mind pushes you to agree when you want to disagree, to stay quiet when you want to speak, to smile when something feels off. Your brain thinks approval equals safety, but in the modern world, that protection creates the exact opposite. It creates anxiety, it creates resentment, and it trains others, subtly, unconsciously, to see you as less solid. That's why knowing better doesn't change anything, because this isn't logic, it's conditioning. Here's the truth you've been avoiding. Social power doesn't come from dominance. It doesn't come from loudness, and it definitely doesn't come from trying to impress. It comes from emotional independence. The moment people sense you'll be okay without their approval, something shifts. Your words carry more weight. Your silence feels stronger than explanations. Your presence feels grounded instead of needy. This is why calm people feel powerful. This is why detached people feel confident. And this is why the ones who care less often seem to be treated better. They're not colder, they're freer. Why approval-seeking backfires? When you seek approval, you unintentionally send three signals. First, I don't fully trust myself. Second, your opinion of me matters more than mine. Third, you have leverage. And humans, without realizing it, respond to leverage. They push boundaries more. They respect you less. They take your kindness for granted. Not because you're weak, but because the dynamic invites it. This is why people who always give rarely feel valued. Why people pleasers feel invisible. Why the nicest person in the room is often the least influential. The discomforting truth. Here's the part that hurts the ego. You can be a good person without needing approval. You can be kind without being agreeable. You can be respectful without being submissive. But most people never learn this distinction. So they confuse being liked with being respected. And they sacrifice one trying to secure the other. You don't lose people when you stop needing approval. You lose illusions. How people react when you stop seeking approval. At first, some people won't like it. Let's be honest about that. When you stop over-explaining, stop chasing responses, stop adjusting yourself to keep others comfortable, it disrupts the old dynamic. Some will test you, some will guilt you, some will label you changed. That's not a sign you're doing something wrong. That's a sign the power balance is recalibrating. And here's the key. The ones who genuinely respect you will adjust. The ones who benefited from your insecurity will drift away. Both outcomes are wins. Why this feels so uncomfortable at first? Because your brain mistakes disapproval for danger. When you don't get validation, your nervous system panics. It tells you to fix it, to explain, to smooth things over. But every time you resist that impulse, something powerful happens. Your brain updates its wiring. It learns, I can survive this. I'm still safe. I don't need to perform. That's how confidence is built. Not through affirmations, through emotional proof. The shift people notice but can't explain. Once you stop seeking approval, people can't quite put their finger on what changed. They just feel it. You seem calmer, more solid, less reactive. Your words feel deliberate instead of desperate. Your silence feels intentional, not awkward. And suddenly, people listen when you speak. They hesitate before disrespecting you. They take your boundaries seriously, not because you demanded it, but because you stopped negotiating your worth. The paradox of social power. The less you try to be chosen, the more choice you have. The less you chase validation, the more valuable your presence becomes. The less you need approval, the more freely it's given. This isn't manipulation, it's alignment. People are drawn to those who don't need to pull. If you want to break this cycle, start with one simple rule. Pause before you seek reassurance. Every time you feel the urge to explain yourself, justify your feelings, or chase validation, pause for 5 seconds. Ask yourself one question. Am I doing this to be understood or to be approved of? If it's approval, don't act. Sit in the discomfort. Let the silence exist. Let the message go unanswered. Let the opinion remain unknown. That moment of restraint is where rewiring begins. Do this consistently, and your brain learns a new pattern. I don't need approval to be okay. And when that belief settles in, everything changes. The moment you stop needing approval is the moment social power quietly returns to you.